Oh, Canada, Nikina ni taskinan, Kisaki hetinan, O takawikiak, Ni tehinak kiwapamtenan, Soki kiwetinok, Pakoi teota, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good day, Madam Chair, Mr. President, Elder Maria Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. I'm Matt Prinius, Provost and Vice President Academic. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Athabasca University Reimagine Convocation 2020. Tanzi ki na, nas kum tina wow. Athabasca University respectfully acknowledges that we are on and work on the traditional lands of the Indigenous peoples, Inuit, First Nations, Métis of Canada. We honor the ancestry, heritage, and gifts of the Indigenous peoples and give thanks to them. I now invite Dr. Neil Facina, President of the University, and Dr. Maria Campbell, Elder to the in residence to the podium.
Good morning. Elder Campbell is Cree Métis. Maria, on behalf of the Chair, the Board of Governors, and myself, I would like to ask that you say an opening prayer for our convocation ceremonies. As an offering, I give you ribbons and tobacco. Will you please open our ceremony with a prayer?
Thank you. Nanasko menumaski ke kawinau hiu kayasu taka peat e pe miuna kotsiket. E ko mina kahkio tako ako makannawak kahkioan ke kayasu taka kiatsi kuista on nasko mawak. Hauno tawi kenen asko noma notskissa kauka mia. Iko ke pe mioasse kuma matsuen kawihiak. Naskum minan joasum snanak nossim nanak. Ngetem nanakahkio mioja maneatsek. Ewa minan kekahkio uskaya kuttaka peitohteetseka peksnamatiht. Snamatsutse, ewa minä snamageo kahkio umakitsek snamagokamak. Kahkio naskumawak. Ewa minä npi. Kiuman stamutaka kipeajen matsuun kamia ken naskum. Kahkio minä kuahkumakan nawakan kek. Piesisak puituapseskuak. Maski kiwatteko kahkio ekvanek minä naskumawak. Naskumawak minä kahkio utaka peitohteetsekaks nomawitsek. Kamio asniigan mawahjo meskanau kawiut nahkek. Kamiup maatsihutsek ksevatsuun tahkunahkek. Joka minä kamio asniig meskanau kawiussihtatsek. Naskumau minä kawinau maski. Ikohke miuhtaat emi kanuimkoja ikohke miunnakutseket. Naskumau minä kohkomnau nottukuata juhkan. Ujana kanuihtaak kahkio jassueuna kahkioksnamageuna. Naskumau mosomaka nevapetsekuistoa minä skuahteemaka kanuihtaak. Haumina nohtaui ikohk. Ena naskumtaan vitsehenaan pe. Pewitsehenaan kuiskais muhtea kamioasek meskanau toasem snookaus yhtämaako. Hai marsi masicho.
You may be seated. Thank you, Elder Campbell, for opening this celebration. In August 2019, Nancy Laird was appointed chair for Athabasca University. Ms. Laird has more than 30 years of experience in the oil and gas and technology sectors and has held senior positions in several major energy companies, such as Shell Canada, North Canadian Oils, Norsen, Pan-Canadian Energy, and Encana. She has a diverse background in managing marketing, midstream assets, information technology, and environmental portfolios. Ms. Laird currently serves as director of Alberta Innovates, the $100 million Opportunity Calgary Investment Fund, the Alberta Securities Commission's New Economy Committee, and just recently completed her term as director of the Business Development Bank of Canada, where she served on the Board Investment Committee, the Board Clean Tech Committee, and the Audit Committee. Ms. Laird holds a Bachelor of Arts honors from the University of Western Ontario and a Master of Business Administration from York University's Schulich School of Business. She is a designated chartered director through the Institute of Corporate Directors. She resides in Calgary, Alberta. This will be her first Athabasca University convocation, and it is my pleasure to welcome Nancy Laird, Board Chair.
Mr. President, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduands, friends, and family. On behalf of the governors of Athabasca University, congratulations to each of you, our class of 2020, on your tremendous achievement. I am so honored and thrilled to be here virtually with you, friends, and your family to celebrate this special day. While I regret we cannot celebrate together in person, that does not diminish in any way the significance of your achievements. In fact, given the tumultuous year we've had so far, your success all the more impressive and worthy of celebration. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate those who have supported you on your journey, sharing in your triumphs and in your challenges, cheering you on across the room or across the world. These connections, near and far, in person and virtual, are at the heart of Athabasca University. Athabasca University is Canada's online university. We are dedicated to flexibility, openness, and accessibility that gives learners control over their educational journeys. Although learners may be studying independently at AU, they are never on their own. This year, we celebrate our 50th anniversary as leaders and innovators in the virtual learning. As Canada's first online university and one of the world's fastest growing digital education institutions, we increase opportunities and access to quality education for adult learners worldwide. We are committed to transforming lives and communities. Earning a degree at Athabasca University requires determination, strength of character. As graduates, you know this all too well. Balancing the demands of family, career, and day-to-day life while also studying, writing papers, and taking exams is challenging. You have demonstrated your perseverance, tenacity in getting where you are today. You should be very proud of your accomplishments. You know we are. Today is just the start of your journey. Now it's time to take your passion, your knowledge, and your imagination out into the world to continue to learn and discover. Along with my colleagues, the governors of Athabasca University and I welcome you to a new chapter as lifelong learners and alumni. We look forward to having you continue to be part of our AU community. We cannot wait to see what the future holds for each of you. A sincere congratulations.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for joining us today on this important occasion. I now invite Dr. Neil Facina back to the podium.
Madam Chair, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, friends, and family. Welcome to Athabasca University for this very special Convocation Ceremony. To our graduates and their friends and family who are with us virtually today, we extend our warmest welcome. Convocation is always a highlight of the academic year for us. It's an opportunity to reconnect with you, our learners, and to share in your time of celebration. We do so alongside the people who have joined you today, your parents, children, friends, and extended families. As many of you will know, Athabasca University is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. We started as pioneers in distance education, and we continue, half a century later, to innovate and excel in online post-secondary education. This year has been an exceptionally challenging one for all of us, as it has been for people around the world. No one could have foreseen that a global pandemic would interrupt and upend every facet of our lives, including this celebration of Convocation. But just as each of you persevered through your studies and overcame challenges along the way, our AU team members have gone above and beyond to reimagine Convocation in a way that is exciting, engaging, celebratory, and safe for all of us. During these past 7 months, you have shown incredible flexibility, adaptability, and resilience. These are traits that will continue to serve you well in your personal, educational, and professional lives. At AU, we know there is no line separating your education from the rest of your life. We believe you do live in the right place, you are the right age, and your family makes you a better, prouder student. Your education gives you power to reach your highest potential, improve your life and the lives of those around you. And if ever there was a time to use that power, it is now. In recent months, we have seen people across the continent and beyond take to the streets to draw attention to injustice, inequity, and structural racism in our own communities and around the world. As educators and learners, we are committed to seeking truth, even when it makes us uncomfortable. Through education, we can confront and explore that which we don't understand. In the process, we learn about ourselves and about each other. In the tradition of koiskatskatsuin, or conciliation, I ask you to be mindful of the importance of reciprocity. I ask you to speak up for the rights of all, for inclusion, for understanding, and for the knowledge that we are better, stronger, and smarter when we stand together. I ask you to continue to seek out opportunities to learn and grow, and recognize that you carry the responsibility to use and share your learning with others, even when it seems inconvenient or challenging. This is what it means to be an alumnus of Athabasca University. Together, we can transform lives and communities one action at a time. To our class of 2020, we know you have faced extraordinary challenges, and we are incredibly proud of each of you. We are excited for your future and to see the great things that you will continue to accomplish. So on behalf of all of us at Athabasca University, please accept our most heartfelt congratulations on your achievement. Thank you.
Will the platform party please stand? Madam Chair, Mr. President, and members of the board, I present to you the petition that these graduates, having fulfilled all of the requirements of the statutes of Athabasca University, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
On behalf of the Board of Governors of Athabasca University, I declare this petition granted.
I'll ask for the student representatives to recite the pledge by video.
I promise.
I do so promise.
I promise.
As I become a graduate of Athabasca University,
To observe faithfully and to maintain loyally
the statutes, customs, and privileges of this, my university.
my university.
My university.
I promise to accept and exercise with good judgment
The authority and responsibilities of an AU graduate
and to conduct myself honorably for my university.
I promise.
I promise
I promise to use the knowledge, skills, and wisdom I have acquired
To the enhancement of the reputation of the university,
for advancement of learning.
And to the betterment of all.
I do so promise.
I do so promise.
I do so promise.
I do so promise.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province and with the consent of the General Facilities Council of this university, I admit you and those in absentia to the degree to which you are entitled and confer upon you all powers, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree.
Please be seated. I now invite back Elder Maria Campbell, who is a visiting academic at Athabasca University's Nuxkatuan meeting place, and the elder in residence for the center. She is a Métis writer and is best known for her important memoir, Half-Breed, which initiated a rebirth of Aboriginal literature in Canada. She was made an officer of the Order of Canada in 2008 and received an honorary Doctor of Letters from Athabasca University in 2001. Elder Maria is here today to share the story of the ribbons, a traditional gift awarded to all of the graduates. I now invite her back to the podium.
A gift of the ribbons is being presented to you as students graduating from Athabasca University. Historically, different colored sticks were used as offerings at our ceremonies, but those were eventually replaced by cloth and ribbons. We use ribbons today as offerings, and as part of this convocation ceremony, this gift of ribbons is given to you, the graduate, as we honor and pay respect to the hard work you've put into your education. These four colors, white, yellow, red, blue, or black, represent the four seasons, the four parts of our being, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional, the four hills of life and the four directions. As part of my teachings, I use the following colors to represent these elements. White for the color of the north, the season of winter, of old age, and the white bear. It is a time of achievement, knowledge, and understanding. Rose is the color of the east, the season of spring, of babies and children, and the place of the red bear, the time for new life and where we envision and plan for our future. And yellow is for the south and the season of summer, adolescence and young adulthood, the place of the yellow bear and a time of growth and hard work. Blue is for the west, the season of autumn. It's the season of autumn. It's the season of autumn and the red and the black bear. It's a time for reflection, for dreaming, for prayers, and for harvest. Bears are the protectors of family and community, and they are the medicine keepers. As we travel through each direction, we honor and respect all of Wākuhtuwen, the Cree law governing relationship to all things in our world, to the living and dead, animate and inanimate, spiritual and physical beings. With these ribbons, we honor the path to knowledge and the hard work done by you, the students. We wish for you a balanced life in all of your being, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional, and on your path toward Miupmatsuan, good life. And we also wish you all of the good things on your journey. May it always be good. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Maria, for sharing the meaning behind this gift with us today. We thank you for traveling from Saskatchewan to be with us as we honor our graduates. I now invite Priscilla Campbell, Chair and Program Administrator of the Nishkatuan, to the podium.
Madam Chair, Mr. President, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. I'm honored to be here today to introduce Lauren Gladu, who will receive an honorary Doctor of Laws from Athabasca University. Lauren's dedication to and support of the Métis community is exemplary, and his work has had a profound impact on the Métis people of Alberta and beyond. In short, his work has been instrumental in providing the Métis people with the kinds of educational opportunities he didn't have access to in his youth. He is the CEO of the Rupert's Land Institute, an affiliate of the Métis Nation of Alberta, with a triple mandate in education, training, and research. It offers programs and services to provide educational and training opportunities for Métis people. As the head of the Institute, he has earned national and international recognition for his work. Lauren has managed more than $375 million for the Métis Nation of Alberta during his tenure, with 100% financial and client data integrity and error-free reporting to the Government of Canada on a quarterly basis since 2003. The Rupert's Land Institute also has a consistent track record of exceeding an 80% success rate for clients completing training and finding sustainable employment. And perhaps most significantly, he has negotiated for and established a $30 million endowment with 19 post-secondary institutions across Alberta, providing supports for education that Métis youth have never had. Currently, the Rupert's Land Institute is developing a new mandate for K-12 Métis education, supporting curriculum development and professional development for Alberta's teachers, and working to ensure Métis representation in Alberta's school system. I have no doubt Lauren will continue to make his mark improving the lives of Métis learners all across the province, and will leave a legacy that we can all be proud of. Hi, hi.
It is my particular pleasure to welcome Lauren Gladu, the recipient of today's Honorary Doctor of Laws, in recognition of his dedication and support to the Métis community and the impact his work has had on the Métis Nation of Alberta and beyond. Mr. Gladu, this Honorary Doctor of Laws acknowledges and recognizes your dedication as a Métis leader, community and public advocate, and a community builder. By authority of the powers vested in me as President of Athabasca University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws with the title, honor, and privileges that are proper to it. Mr. Gladu, I invite you to say a few words.
Good day, friends, students, graduates of Athabasca University. Madam Chair of the Board of Governors, Dr. Nancy Laird, President Dr. Neil Facina, and Provost Dr. Matthew Crenius. Please allow me to acknowledge and thank my ancestors and great-grandparents in my first language. Dansi Nawafmagana, Notetam Stoa, Kahkiel, Anaskatapana, Mista Isos Guas Nokumuk, Era Mosumuk, Kamietamokoma, Kawimigoyan, Ogamawak, Mastaigan, Metini, Sagah Kisagal, Ai. I just expressed my deepest gratitude to my great-grandparents who raised me from a very young age and showed me the way. Although they spoke several indigenous languages, they were illiterate in English. But I'm sure if they were here today, they would be truly proud. I would also like to bring greetings on behalf of the Métis Nation of Alberta and its Provincial Council, our Board of Governors, and the staff at Rupert Stein Institute. It is on their behalf that I accept this award and recognition for the work that we do to assist our clients in closing the education and training gap between Métis citizens and mainstream Albertans. This recognition comes in the midst of interesting times as we find ourselves in the middle of a global pandemic and the current state of race relations stemming from systemic dysfunction among our agencies and institutions, including government, healthcare, justice, the workplace, education, and places of higher learning. Our ancestors, including Louis Riel and Gabriel Dumont, felt very strongly about having a good education. However, many of our children in urban and rural settings across this province still have a challenge achieving a sound education today, as it were when I was in grade school, college, and university. Not having the means, the circumstance, mechanisms, or influence to address systemic challenges leaves Métis children behind at all levels within our society, hence our lower socioeconomic standing. What most Albertans may take for granted, such as completing a high school education, holding social capital among the broader community, accessing the institutions of higher learning, continues to be a struggle and challenge for students of Métis heritage. As such, one of the greatest achievements at the Rupert Stein Institute are the partnerships and relationships we have built to help bridge the transition between primary school to high school and then to college and university. Over the past 20 years, the Métis Nation in Alberta has made significant strides with the education mandate. And as we work towards a better future, it is our mission to overcome the systemic challenges in education and training and to help build a strong Métis Nation. In my mind, Athabasca University has become part of that endeavor through our MOU, our endowment partnership, and its online delivery platform. The Métis Nation is a proud partner of this institution, which places its headquarters and physical location in the heart of the Indigenous community. Our reason for being at the Rupert Stein Institute is pretty straightforward. We are here to support and enhance individual self-sufficiency and the collective well-being of Métis citizens through quality education, training, and research. Merci, Mai Miigwech, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gladu, for your thoughtful words and incredible insights. We are so proud to have you as an honored member of our university community. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and thank you for joining us virtually today.
Congratulations, Lauren, and thank you for your commitment to the Métis people. I now invite Dr. Margaret Edwards, Dean of the Faculty of Health Disciplines, to the podium.
Madam Chair, Mr. President, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. When the United Nations declared 2020 the International Year of the Nurse and Midwife, celebrating the 200th anniversary of the birth of Florence Nightingale, it didn't know that a global pandemic would soon challenge nurses and all healthcare professionals like never before. That they and Canada's healthcare system have responded with remarkable ability and compassion is due, in no small part, to the vision and timeless work of Dr. Catherine Hanna, who Athabasca University honors this year with an honorary Doctor of Science. Dr. Hanna's extraordinary public service and excellent scholarship over the past 40 years have shone in academia, healthcare, government, and the private sector, earning her international respect as an author, educator, and industry innovator. Her long and sustained contributions to the complex world of healthcare, and in particular on the forefront of informatics, the management of information in health environments, have touched all of our lives directly or indirectly. Perhaps it was destiny that Dr. Hannah, whose family name is Nightingale, would be a courageous pioneer and pace setter from the very start of her career. She was always able to look beyond today, to see what's needed for tomorrow, to see our great potential to improve the quality of care for people around the world, and to devote her considerable talents to making an immeasurable difference along the way. She has been unfailingly generous, sharing time and expertise with colleagues and students, and inspiring students, nurses, healthcare professionals, and health systems to rise to ever higher levels of service. Athabasca University's Faculty of Health Disciplines has been exceedingly fortunate to have Dr. Hannah as a friend, mentor, instructor, and colleague over these many years, and to benefit from her wisdom, expertise, and leadership when it was needed most. Personally, Dr. Hannah has been a guiding light on my own professional journey. It has been a privilege to co-author half a dozen books with her and to be able to seek her counsel when developing curriculum that ensures future generations of nurses and healthcare professionals are well prepared for the many challenges ahead. To say that Dr. Hannah has had an enormous impact on health and healthcare in Canada is an understatement. This has been brought into sharp relief in these pandemic times. Much of what Dr. Hannah developed and studied is the foundation for the future of healthcare: e-health, digital health, telehealth, a profound legacy helping a world that must constantly change, grow, and evolve. In 2020, when Canadians' definition of normal has changed so dramatically, and when we have relied so much on nurses and healthcare professionals to guide and take care of us, there is no better nor worthy recipient of an Athabasca University Honorary Doctor of Science than Dr. Catherine Hannah.
It is my particular pleasure to welcome Dr. Catherine Hannah, the recipient of today's Honorary Doctorate of Science, in recognition of her leadership, dedication, and achievements in information management in health environments and the significant impact her work has had on patient care in Canada and well beyond. Honorary doctorates are awarded to those who have made a significant contribution to their community. Recipients will have achieved an exceptional standard of excellence in their chosen field and will have provided outstanding contributions to the enhancement of Canadian culture and society. We bestow a Doctor of Science at Athabasca University when the recipient has demonstrated distinguished accomplishments and contributions in science that are consistent with the mandate and purpose of Athabasca University. Dr. Hannah, this Honorary Doctor of Science acknowledges and recognizes your innovative leadership in the fields of informatics and the enormous impact your work has had on health outcomes and healthcare delivery in Canada. By the authority of the powers vested in me as President of Athabasca University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science with the title, honor, and privileges that are proper to it. And I invite you to say a few words.
To be awarded this Honorary Doctor of Science is very humbling and much appreciated. There are some interesting facets to my being honored. First, the acknowledgement of Athabasca University's 50 years of providing post-secondary education by distance learning. Secondly, my pioneering contributions to the field of health informatics, nursing informatics, and electronic health records are being recognized at a virtual ceremony. Thirdly, as a nurse, it is of profound importance that this is the year of the nurse and the midwife. With such distinguished acknowledgement of one's career contribution comes an expectation of leadership. Leadership is about looking forward, and so rather than reflecting on my past, I want to speak specifically to the graduates about your future. There are so many crises facing our world today that you could easily become overwhelmed. To mention only three. First, Black Lives Matter has focused major attention on systemic racism. John Lewis, one of the leaders of the civil rights movement, observed on its 2013 anniversary, "Too many of us still believe our differences define us instead of the divine spark that runs through all of human creation." Unfortunately, skin color is not the only form of bias. Discrimination exists all around us based on race, sex, gender identity, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, age, disability, intellectual ability, or language. My message to you as you go forward today is to strive for tolerance and inclusiveness. At the same time, in today's cancel culture world, remember the words of Golda Meir: "One cannot and must not try to erase the past merely because it does not fit the present." Secondly, there's the environmental crisis. The rate of change in our environment is simply astounding. We see it all around us. The shrinking of the Columbia ice fields, gigantic hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico, monster tornadoes in Manitoba, and other extreme weather conditions around the world. We're not doing enough to slow or prevent the rapidly changing state of our environment. Thirdly, much has been written and said about the COVID-19 pandemic with its effects on mental health, homelessness, and the economy. It has emphasized the massive importance of healthcare, public health, and personal responsibility for health. What can you do about all of these crises? First, use your influence. Use your voices and influence on social media platforms to be a voice of reason. Share messages with your friends and connections that promote inclusiveness, protect personal health, family health, and community, foster environmental awareness and protection. Secondly, be informed and commit to lifelong learning. William Butler Yeats said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." Your presence here today to receive your Athabasca University degree demonstrates that you have acquired knowledge and skill, as well as abilities such as self-discipline, self-motivation, time management, and information management. My hope today is that your course of study will have ignited a fire in you for lifelong pursuit of learning. Thirdly, seek opportunities. Early in my education, I read a poem by Robert Browning that has served as a guide for my life and career. To paraphrase Browning, one's reach should far exceed one's grasp, else what's a heaven for? To me, this has always meant that one reaches out to grasp an opportunity to grow or to make a difference, even if somehow that felt like it might not be possible. In other words, as Yeats put it, do not wait to strike until the iron is hot. Make the iron hot and then strike. Finally, value your family. I also want to point out to you as graduates the importance of family support systems. I'm especially blessed in having a family that serves as the foundation of my life, both professional and personal. I am proud of our sons and their families. They are the joy of my life, keep me grounded, and give me hope for the future. My husband, Dr. Richard Hanna, is my rock, my friend, my confidant, and my guide. Anything I have achieved has been because of him. I can only wish for each of you a life partner as stalwart and steadfast as he. Once again, to Athabasca University, the nominators, and the selection committee, thank you for the honor of this prestigious degree. I am proud and pleased to accept.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hanna, for your thoughtful and insightful words. We are so proud to have you as an honored member of our university community. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and thank you for joining us today.
Congratulations, Dr. Hanna, and thank you for your leadership, guidance, and excellence. We could not be in the Windspear Theater without taking a moment to celebrate the centerpiece of this space. The Davis Concert Organ, named both to acknowledge the generosity of Dr. Stuart Davis and for him to honor the memory of his late wife, Winona. The instrument features 96 stops, 122 ranks, and 6,551 pipes, an absolute stunning piece of craftsmanship. Today, I'm pleased to introduce Gerald Islander, the Orchestra Operations Manager for the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra and organ curator, performing a tuba tune by C.S. Lang. Oh. Thank you, Gerald, for that beautiful piece. We are so pleased you could join us today and share your talent and feature this magnificent part of the center. I now invite Dr. Manajay Manani, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, to the podium.
Madam Chair, Mr. President, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. It is a privilege and honor to be here today to introduce Louisa Daly, who goes by Louise, and who is being inducted into the Order of Athabasca University. Learning for life. This is AU's motto, written right on our coat of arms. It speaks to one of our core missions as a university, breaking down barriers that prevent learners from access to and success in post-secondary programs. In 2017, at age 93, Louise became AU's oldest graduate when she was awarded a Bachelor of General Studies. This was her second degree with AU, having earned a Bachelor of Arts from our institution in 1999. Up until very recently, she was also working toward a Master of Arts degree in interdisciplinary studies. Louise knew she had a talent for writing as early as age 12, when her teacher went crazy over a poem she had written. Yet, her traditional education in England came to an end at age 14. It was 1939, and Louise left school to help her family with work around the house. At 17, she got a paying job doing war-related work, and soon after, she married and started a family. It was not until several decades later that she decided to pursue post-secondary education, first with the Open University in the United Kingdom, then with AU after she moved to Canada. Louise is the quintessential lifelong learner pursuing a post-secondary education for the joy of learning something new. She is an absolute inspiration to all of us at AU, and I'm proud today to introduce her as the most recent inductee into the Order of Athabasca University.
Today, on behalf of the governors of Athabasca University, today I have the great pleasure of welcoming Miss Louisa Daly, today's inductee to the Order of Athabasca University, in recognition and celebration of her commitment to lifelong learning. Inductees to the Order of Athabasca University will have provided exemplary service to the university or to the community while representing the university. Ms. Daly has been faithfully incorporating post-secondary studies into her life for the past 36 years. She began her studies at AU at the age of 53 and has since earned 2 degrees. By authority of the powers vested in me as the president of Athabasca University, I do hereby induct you into the Order of Athabasca University. And I would invite you to say a few words.
I cannot say how thrilled I am to be presented with this wonderful gift, the Order of Athabasca University. I would like to thank all of the tutors as well. I have enjoyed every minute of working for my grades, but could not have earned them without the tutors. I must admit I had a good laugh when they said my work was provocative, because it made them have to think as well as me. I had long work breaks between my times of studying. My first try was the Open University in England when I lived there in 1977. I made up a motto then, which was keep your brain working and keep on laughing, and life is wonderful. I've lived this motto when completing my 2 degrees from Athabasca University. I think this award proves I had done the right thing, because look at where it's got me today. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Daly. You are truly a role model for our learners and an inspiration for us all. We are so proud to have you as an honored member of our university community.
Thank you, Louise, for your dedication and joy of learning, and congratulations on receiving this honor. I now invite Dr. Neil Facina back to the podium.
Madam Chair, Elder Campbell, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. I am very pleased today to introduce someone who has given so much of themselves to Athabasca University over the years. Douglas Shindel, the newest inductee into the Order of Athabasca University. Many of you who are familiar with serving on a board know that it is not an endeavor for the faint of heart. It will take up as much of your time as you let it, sometimes to the detriment of time spent with one's family. I think everyone in the Athabasca University community should know how significant the contributions of our public board members are. These are not paid positions. Board members give freely of their time and make some incredible contributions to our community because they believe in our mission at AU and they want to see our university thrive. Doug's advocacy on behalf of AU began years before his time serving on our board. He finished his MBA with us in 2005 while he was working full-time as president of Weldco. And he went on to encourage many others in his company to take the program. In 2011, he was recognized with the Distinguished Alumni Award as a result of his success as president of Weldco and his volunteer board governance work with many organizations in the Edmonton area. In 2013, he began his term on our Board of Governors and helped to chart our university's path forward as we celebrate our 50th anniversary and look to the future beyond 50. Doug's devotion to AU has been long-standing, and it is my honor to present today one of the 2020 inductees into the Order of Athabasca University, Doug Shindel. by the authority of the powers vested in me as the president of Athabasca University, I do hereby induct you into the Order of Athabasca University. And I invite you to say a few words.
Mr. President, Madam Chair, honored guests, members of the board, staff, graduates, and your families and guests. I am indeed humbled by this recognition. It certainly is not something I expected, and I do sincerely thank the awards committee and their esteemed chair for this honor. My relationship with Athabasca University started in mid-2002 when I was accepted into the MBA program. Though I've completed my term as a member of the Board of Governors, I continue to chair the Business Leaders Advisory Council for the Faculty of Business, thus maintaining my relationship and my interest in your continued success. During that span of 18 years, I have seen a lot of change, both from a student's perspective as well as through the eyes of a board member. It is my opinion that these changes have had a most positive and profound impact on the university. I'm proud to say that I've been able to play a small part in leaving this institution in a much stronger position than I found it. With the current leadership from the senior executive team, board, all the staff at AU, it is poised to become, in fact, if it is not there already, the preeminent online university in Canada and one of the finest distance learning institutions in the world. I may be a bit biased in that statement, but not much. Those of you who have heard me speak at board and committee meetings will know that I am a man of few words, and so I will continue and conclude with a simple, sincere, and heartfelt thank you. I look forward to seeing this university continue to grow and prosper for many, many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Shindel, for your thoughtful words and your sage advice. And Doug, we are incredibly proud to have you as an honored member of our university community. And as a symbol of your induction into the Order of Athabasca University, you will be presented with this parchment. Thank you again, Doug, for all your contributions.
Thank you, Douglas, for your words of wisdom and your service to Athabasca University over the years. Congratulations on this honor. The Governor General's Medals, established in 1873, are one of the most prestigious awards that can be received by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. Only students with an outstanding academic record are considered. On behalf of Her Excellency Right Honorable Julie Payette, Governor General of Canada, I am pleased to announce the Silver Academic Medal winner for this year is Thomas Burrell Laird, a graduate of our Bachelor of Professional Arts program with great distinction. Thomas joins us virtually today through the magic of technology from his home in Abbotsford, British Columbia. Welcome, Thomas, and congratulations on this achievement and your academic success to date.
Madam Chair, Mr. President, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. I'm humbled and honored to accept this award. To me, this award stands as a symbol of what is possible when you steer away from self-imposed limitations and become comfortable with being uncomfortable. For me, that was shedding the past stories I told myself that lingered with me from high school. That school system was not for me and I was not for school. However, a few years ago, I decided to unload that description of myself and prove what I always knew lay dormant and itching to see the surface. At 32 years old, I decided to apply myself academically and develop and foster my abilities. In the end, I cultivated a beautiful learning experience and discovered a newfound love for learning and education. This journey and growth would not have been possible without the flexibility and proximity of Athabasca University, which was everywhere and anytime I found the time to access my studies. Like many of my fellow graduates, this meant personal sacrifices, late nights, early mornings, during our children's naps, after shifts, coffee shops, and the list goes on. Also, throughout this journey, I met many of my fellow graduates. I continually marveled at their ability to meticulously balance all of their life demands while attending to and pursuing their studies. I heard stories of mothers and fathers balancing children, school, work, and studies. I heard stories of younger people balancing full-time jobs while seeking an education. The one common thread that linked these stories together was one of perseverance and self-development. These people were not resting on their laurels or accepting mediocrity. They were pursuing their goals and dreams and not allowing any obstacle to stand in their way. So thank you to my fellow graduates for showing me what is possible and motivating me to do better. Also, thank you to my wife, Amanda. This educational journey would not have been possible without her endless support. She allowed me to hide away and study while our newborn son was crying, and she supported me all the way in pursuing my goal. Finally, thank you to Athabasca University for creating a fully accessible learning environment, which both challenged and developed my learning and knowledge. I promise to take forward my newfound skills and continue to push myself to do better in all areas of my life.
Congratulations, Thomas, and thank you for joining us today. Again, on behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honorable Julie Payette, Governor General of Canada, I am pleased to announce the Gold Academic Medal winner for this year is Chrysola Lazu, a graduate of our Master of Distance Education program. Chrysola joins us virtually today from her home in Kavla, Greece, where it is very late in the evening. Welcome, Chrysola, and congratulations on this amazing achievement.
Madam Chair, Mr. President, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, family, and friends. I am happy to be connected with you today as to receive such an honorable award. Please allow me to humbly share this award with my peers, my study buddy Maria, my esteemed professors in this master's program, and my family and friends that kept supporting me in this learning journey. I feel blessed that as an international student, despite my initial fears when enrolling, I enjoyed the best possible inclusion opportunity. I was embraced with support and thoughtfulness by my professors who kept encouraging me to have a voice and establish my positionality in a very diverse learning context. Athabasca University helped me build knowledge and acquire skills and attitudes that opened new doors in my academic path. My graduation coincides with COVID-19 pandemic that challenges the global community and especially the educational community. My studies in distance education played a crucial role in taking over responsibilities and helped me wholeheartedly support my own community to alleviate this challenge, acknowledging Aristotle's quote that education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. This award will have a special place in my heart and always remind me of the inclusive opportunities Athabasca University provides its learners with. Thank you all for the honor to share this very special day with me. Greetings from distant Greece.
Thank you, Chrysola, for joining us today. Both Chrysola and Thomas will deliver a student address as part of the overall program on the virtual platform. Be sure to tune in as you continue with the celebration today. The format of today's ceremony may be different, but the intention is unchanged: to honor and celebrate the achievements of our graduates. I would like to thank the in-person platform party for attending today, as well as our virtual platform party who have joined remotely to be a part of this very special day. This brings us to the end of our formal convocation ceremony. Presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates can be found through a link in the main lobby page. These have been divided by faculty and program and include special addresses by the deans. Be sure to look for scheduled keynotes by some of those that were honored here today to learn more about their journey. We thank you for joining us at Athabasca's Reimagined Convocation 2020. Congratulations once again to this year's graduates. I'm pleased to welcome the Vif String Quartet, an Edmonton-based ensemble that relishes the challenge of putting their own unique stamp on a piece of music, whether it's Mozart or Guns N' Roses. Members of the quartet compose, teach privately, and perform regularly with the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra and other ensembles when not playing with Vif. Please join me in welcoming Vif as they play during the recessional. Stay safe, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the virtual celebration.